victory in the FA Youth Cup first round. You were made to work for it, but you got the result in the end.
Yeah, the result, first and foremost, a win is a win, so it's very pleasing that the players were able to when execute at times where it was difficult. Eastleigh posed a challenge that we haven't really faced before, so the players were able to deal with that. Played some good stuff at times, didn't quite move the ball as well as we have done or as well as we would want to, and there's almost a little bit of disappointment from the players in the changing rooms at the moment is that we didn't move the ball as well as we could have and as well as they know, but ultimately 3 goals take the victory and on to Pompey and a good night really all round.
Breaking the game down, you started really well. The first half an hour you were dominant. Were you pleased with the way your team started and eventually they got the goal they deserved through Toby Lawrence?
Yeah, very much so. We always say to players, sort of break the game down into 5-minute blocks, and sort of the first 20-25 minutes I thought we were really, really good. Created lots of good opportunities, we're moving the ball nicely, and hit the post, keepers made a good save, so I thought we were really on top that first 20 minutes. Really good goal from Toby. We've asked the players to sort of more accountability and responsibility from set pieces, both defending them and attacking them, and it was good that that came off. A couple of other set pieces nearly came off as well, so that was pleasing. Not so much pleasing, sort of not took the foot off the pedal a little bit, but I think the players got into a bit of a rhythm and Eastleigh started to impose themselves a bit, and we did struggle with that at times, especially on transition. We didn't keep the ball well enough and sort of too hasty to give it away, so credit to Eastleigh, got himself sort of back in the game, but then second half really good to see the players come out with a bit of fight. That's why we talk about resilience and relentlessness, and to go sort of 3-1 up was really pleasing, especially when we weren't too great just before half time.
Yeah, and you had a couple of other chances, didn't you? I think their keepers made a couple of fantastic saves, one from Charlie Stanton, one from Aaron Basford I think as well, so actually those go in and it's a much more comfortable night than that perhaps ended up being. Yeah,
on the balance of it, I think if we put our opportunities away then it becomes far more comfortable than it was. Like I say, credit to Eastleigh, they made it difficult, very awkward at times, but they were very effective in the way they defended and the way they tried to counter us. So yeah, I think it could have been more comfortable with our forwards and also other players as well who had the opportunity to put them away, but fundamentally when we needed to, we got the 3 goals and thankfully that was enough to get us through.
3 under-16s starting tonight.
Yep.
Joe Hunt, Connor Jakeways and also Archie Woodall in the middle of the park, 2 of which played central midfield, so you must be pleased that they're getting those opportunities. Yeah,
very pleased. All of them are very young in their age group as well, so they're all still 15, so really pleasing. Connor actually hasn't played much in central midfield, sort of with Tom Chambers suspended, Felix Davis injured, no scholar central midfielders available. We know Connor's a very good footballer, so transitioning him into the middle of the park we thought was good. He's trained really well this week. Archie is a central midfielder, so we knew again, trust our players, trust the process, trust that they're good enough, and again I think on the night they proved what they're about. And Joe is a bit of a utility player, plays everywhere and did really well at left back. So yeah, really pleasing that they're getting the opportunities. That balanced in with the second years doing what they needed to do at times, and the first years it was very pleasing that there was a real mix, real blend, and again players were able to affect the game enough to go on and win it.
And on next in the second round, Portsmouth, a team well, you play in the EFL Youth Alliance with them. Will that help in the sense that you didn't know much about Eastleigh, but you obviously are going to know quite a lot about Pompey?
I think so. I'm pretty sure we know how Pompey play, but on the flip reverse they'll very much know how we would like to play, so very much almost cat and mouse in that sense, but on a cup night you don't know what's going to happen. Look at tonight for example, we've created loads and loads of chances and haven't scored them, so on another night it could be different, so take each game as it comes. Obviously we're on to a game on Saturday in Youth Alliance against Yeovil. Other lads will sort of go out on their work experience and we'll come back together for that Portsmouth game, but it's always a very competitive and very good game between ourselves. Actually spoke to a couple of their coaches the other day and they said looking forward to that game and it should be a good game here, so fingers crossed we're able to again play the way that we need to play and be slightly better on the ball than we were tonight, and that'll be enough to get us through to the third round.